The state of Kelantan, located opposite Thailand's Narathiwat province, will propose to the federal government the construction of a 100-kilometer-long wall to curb cross-border crime and smuggling. Deputy Chief Minister Mohammed Fadzli Hassan announced that the local government would seek approval from Kuala Lumpur for the wall, which could also serve as a barrier to prevent flooding, according to Bernama news agency. If the security forces want to patrol the entire border, it is challenging because the Malaysia-Thailand border is very extensive. We will bring this proposal to the federal government, he said on Tuesday. This initiative aligns with a recent suggestion by the state police chief to the local government. Kelantan and Thailand's Narathiwat province share a 100-kilometer-long water boundary, separated by the Kalak River. Malaysian security forces have heightened efforts to combat smuggling and crime along the border with Thailand. However, Kelantan's deputy chief minister admitted the challenges authorities face, as many river border locations are privately owned. The two countries have installed concrete walls or fences in several border areas in the provinces of Satun, Songkhla, and Yala. Some barriers were jointly constructed by Malaysia and Thailand, while others are unilateral projects. When the remains of Command Sergeant Major Radha Sanapan are laid to rest in a memorial cemetery in South Korea next week, he will become the first Thai veteran of the Korean War to rest in the land where he served for 1 year. South Korea's Ministry of Patriots and Veterans Affairs announced that the charred remains of the late soldier would arrive at Incheon International Airport on Friday, followed by a repatriation ceremony. His burial is set for Monday at the United Nations Memorial Cemetery in Busan, where he will be accompanied by his daughter and granddaughter. The wishes of his family to honor him in South Korea make him the first Thai War veteran to be buried there. He will join 2,328 veterans interred at the Busan Cemetery, located in the southeastern region. This decision followed a visit by his family to South Korea last year. Command Sergeant Major Rod died on June 14 last year. His age at the time of death is unknown. He is survived by his 57-year-old daughter and 23-year-old granddaughter. Before joining the military, Rod worked as a nurse at Fort Surinari Hospital in Nakhon Ratchasima Province. He volunteered for the Korean War from November 1952 to October 1953, serving in a nursing unit and participating in battles in Sangju and the Pyongyang Offensive, where UN forces pushed back North Korean soldiers. The veteran was awarded the Victory Medal by the Thai government. The Korean War, which lasted from 1950 to 1953, began when North Korea launched an offensive into South Korea. Thailand sent 6,326 soldiers to join the UN forces during the conflict, resulting in 136 Thai deaths and 1,139 injuries, according to Seoul's War Memorial. Thailand was one of 22 nations involved and the fifth country to contribute troops from the Army, Navy, and Air Force. Defense Minister Phumtham Wechayachai will visit Koh Kut in Trat Province on Saturday to reaffirm Thailand's territorial sovereignty over the island amid an ongoing maritime territory dispute with Cambodia. Mr. Phumtham, who also serves as a deputy prime minister, stated that he would lead a delegation to inspect the island and boost the morale of soldiers stationed there to secure the Thai-Cambodian border. The permanent secretary and secretary-general of the Defense Ministry, as well as the Royal Thai Navy's Chief of Staff, will also join the delegation. We will go there to reassert Thailand's sovereignty over Koh Kut and instill confidence among local residents, Mr. Phumtham said. When asked about establishing a Joint Technical Committee, JTC, to negotiate maritime areas claimed by both countries, Mr. Phumtham noted that the Foreign Affairs Ministry is handling the matter, which will propose potential members to the cabinet soon. Prime Minister Paetongtarn Shinawatra previously stated that the JTC should be formed within the next 2 weeks. This committee will resume discussions with Cambodia regarding the Overlapping Claims Area, OCA, based on a 2001 Memorandum of Understanding signed by both countries. Thailand and Cambodia each claim sovereignty over the energy-rich OCA, covering approximately 26,000 square kilometers in the Gulf of Thailand. Cambodia initially claimed this area in 1972, which Thailand rejected. Thailand counterclaimed the following year. Mr. Phumtham added that the committee would be led by a deputy prime minister responsible for national security and would include officials from the Defense, Energy, Foreign, and Finance Ministries, the Council of State, and other relevant agencies. 2 additional subcommittees will also be formed to assist in the negotiations. I hope that the government's efforts concerning the overlapping claims area will help clear misunderstandings, he said. Addressing concerns that Thailand lost sovereignty over Koh Kut by signing the 2001 MoU with Cambodia, Mr. Phumtham dismissed these claims as politically motivated false information. The island has long been part of Thai territory, he said. In response to calls to revoke the 2001 MoU, Mr. Phumtham explained that previous administrations chose not to do so because it is seen as the most effective means to discuss and negotiate the maritime border between the countries. These calls emerged after the government announced its intention to resume OCA talks with Cambodia. Paibun Nitadawan, Secretary-General of the Palang Pracharat Party, PPRP, stated that party leader General Prawit Wongsuwan had instructed the party's MPs to push for the 2001 MoU's revocation to protect Thailand's maritime sovereignty. The 2 countries signed a Memorandum of Understanding in 2001, during the Thaksin Shinawatra administration, to jointly develop parts of the OCA and demarcate a maritime border. Under the MoU, the maritime border demarcation and joint development must be pursued as an indivisible package, with a Thailand-Cambodia JTC established to discuss these issues. Several rounds of talks have occurred since, but no progress has been made, primarily due to disputes over the maritime border's demarcation. The 2001 MoU garnered public attention after observers warned that using the document as the basis for negotiations over the OCA could risk Thailand losing sovereignty over Koh Kut. Chiang Mai soldiers seized 400,000 methamphetamine pills abandoned in a garden in the Phang district of this northern province on Friday. Lieutenant General Kitafong Chuenchakan, commander of the 3rd Army Area, reported that the Pha Muang Task Force was alerted Friday morning by a local resident who noticed unusual fertilizer sacks at the entrance of his garden in Nong Om village, located in Mae Ka Tamban, Phang district. When troops opened the sacks, they found each contained 200,000 methamphetamine pills. The seized drugs were handed over to Phang Police Station, said Lieutenant General Kitafong, who also leads a northern anti-drug suppression unit. Illegal activities have escalated this year as some drug smugglers urgently need funds to repair homes damaged by recent flooding in border areas, he explained. This has led to increased drug trafficking from the border into northern provinces. Authorities have intensified preventative and suppression measures to curb the influx of drugs into the country, Lieutenant General Kitafong added.